everyone, my name is Iris France, and today we're going to talk about domestic production subsidy. We know this is one kind of non-tariff trade barrier. So what is domestic production subsidy? It's like this. Suppose you're a domestic farmer, you sell soybeans, and apparently the world price is PW. And the government tells you, hey, I think PW, the price is a little bit low. So when you're selling your soybeans, not only that you're going to receive price PW from the consumers, but the government is going to pay you $T. So we know that it's going to shift your domestic supply curve from SUS1 to SUS2. And the distance between these two supply curves will be exactly $T. So we can see that's our domestic demand. And without the subsidy, the world price is PW. So you can see that will be the quantity demanded and that will be the quantity supplied without subsidy. The difference will be your import without subsidy. Now with the subsidy, $T, after our supply curve shifts to the right, you can see that our domestic quantity supply will increase from QS1 to QS2 because your supply curve has shifted here. And that didn't change our domestic demand. So our import will become QD minus QS1. That will be M2. So you can see that with the subsidy, our import will go down from M1 to M2. Now, what is the cost to the government? Because we know the government will have to pay the subsidy. And the government tells you for each unit you produce, I'm going to pay you $T. And after the policy, you know that domestic producers are producing QS2. And for each unit, the government pays you $T. So the subsidy costs the government exactly this rectangle. So T times QS2, that's exactly this rectangle. And we can cut that into two pieces, A and B. Area A will be the extra producer surplus. So we know before the subsidy, the producer surplus was the area below PW2, above the supply curve, and the base of the triangle is from 0 to the quantity supplied domestically, so that's QS1. So your producer surplus was this small amount. Now, with the government subsidy, your producer surplus becomes bigger, that bigger triangle, because now you are receiving, as a producer, you're receiving PW plus T. So that will be your producer surplus. So area A will be the actual producer surplus. It goes from the government or taxpayers to the local producers. And area B will be our direct loss, so nobody gets that. Why is that? You can see that's our original supply curve that reflects the cost. Remember, when the government pays you subsidy, it doesn't reduce your cost. You still incur the same amount of cost. You just receive extra money from the government. So that's your cost. And previously, when the price was PW, you would choose not to produce because, hey, the price is lower than your cost. And now, the government pays you $T, so it's as if you're facing price PW plus T. Now, you're the producer facing price PW plus T, you would say, hey, that's higher than my cost, so I'm going to produce. So, in a way, we are replacing efficient foreign producers with inefficient domestic producers. So that will be your direct loss. That's like a piece of pie burning in the oven. Nobody gets that. So that's direct loss. Or we can call that protective effect because we're protecting domestic producers even though they are less efficient than foreign producers. And notice that domestic production subsidy does not distort local consumption because local consumption remains at QD because the consumers continue to pay PW. It's only the government that is paying the domestic producers. So you can see that domestic production subsidy, even though it does not distort domestic consumption, it still has direct loss. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.